Good morning, good day. So basically, let's get the first one out of the way. The traveling. If you've already been there, if you've already travelled, if you've got a spot there, then you can simply travel from your ship. And if you want to get back to your ship, why or while in or on the planet, you can simply do that too. Some areas won't let you do that. For example, if you're in a building, some buildings won't let you do that. Alright, number two for travel or wait when you want to travel or wait. And that one would be the encumbered when you've got too much. The second one would be when you have companions along with you. Well, the third one was about companions anyway, and this one is about weight, where you can have like 100 grams of liquids or food consumable. And the consumable would be good because if you had 100 kilograms, it will go down to 50. So it's really helpful. Now, if you had the utility mod to go on towards your armor, and then it adds 20 kilograms. I haven't found anything greater than 20 kilograms, so if there is, be kind to let us know. Now, if you got companions, you can always bring companions along, or you could go a lone wolf, and they will have their own power on the bottom left. It'd be D-pad on the left and D-pad on the right, Y aiming, and it will have the different powers. While still having these powers, they don't really use up any ammunition. I've checked this. As for your companions, you can add what you really want to add to it. I mean, everyone does something different. I will normally do a heavy grenade launcher or plasma heavy one, and have the other one mainly. But everyone's different, but my choices are heavy and a melee, or two heavies at times. By the way, do anyone know what this is? I'm not sure, maybe it's a load-in. My power and weapon damage isn't too great on this one, but it's somewhat does great damage. What you want to look out for is where the damage is below the thing. Don't go for the damage at the top. That's just damage per second. So now, whenever you're about, you always want to carry a couple sets, or a few sets, or dozen sets of different armor, like dialogue, lockpicking, hacking. It helps in the long run instead of having to put everything on skills, or everything on the same skill level, like tech or engineering. Well, that's part of tech actually, but you get the gist. Alright, now, so when you're repairing, it's best to do it on a workbench, because if you do it out in the open, it will cost more. Now, when you go on the workbench, you want to have engineering or tech equipped, and also there's a skill out there that will add 100% or 50% towards skills, so it will increase whatever you wear. Also, modifications will work great with it if you have it. Now, you want you and yourself to have the best possible armor. So when you're at the workbench, you do the tinker, and then you basically repair it. I mean, upgrade it. It gets a lot dearer on the middle right, as you can see. So the skill will be Armor Master for tier 3, and that's probably like 15 circles in, 15 skills in, so you're gonna also want to pimp out your mods. So you got 4 circles. You can tell if you can mod that armor by when you're observing them. You can see the 4 circles on the bottom left, or if you don't, then you can't mod it. Now, when doing the skills, anything below defense is what required the most. But if you're gonna put up your defense or your range weapons or your melee weapons, I would say put up to 20, 25. I had it on like that for the whole game, but that was on normal. So if you got any higher on difficulty, then you're gonna have to go higher on your weapons. Don't know about you or anyone, but basically I like to save it before I actually talk to a main person, because I like sometimes stuff come up like persuade or intimidate, and you could not do it. So, or you could fail and you could try and come back to it later. Sometimes you don't have a chance, sometimes you do. But when I do that, I like to upgrade and then do it for a different outcome. But that's me. When looking for quests, I like to use the time dilation device. It points out who's important and not, and who will talk to you. Like simple resident. They're not going to give you anything, they're just going to talk to themselves. And sometimes it's blatantly obvious who's got a quest for you.
I so rarely get new people to.
And while you're searching, be sure to try and get everything, because this stuff goes on your ship. Now, one way to get lots of loot and money and lots of ammo is to steal. And you don't want to do it in plain sight. So basically you don't want to do it in plain sight, and otherwise you can lose your points towards that fraction. It goes up like 1% each time you get caught. After that they decide to attack you, and then it goes even higher because you have to kill them or run away. Also, I think when you get to a certain level of skill on tech, on locking, pick locking, you don't need to use as much or any mag picks, because I've been running into a lot of zero use of mag picks. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, subscribe and share. If I left any tips out, be sure to let me know.